Hello students, in our last video we discussed about spermatogenesis. Now we will discuss about sperm cell structure. Because sperm cell is the male gamete. That male gamete is important to transfer the father's genetic material into new individual. That sperm cell is exhibiting different type of features. First we will discuss about general features which generally we can observe along with the sperm cell, and then we will discuss about structure of sperm cell. When you observe the sperm cell, it is elongated in structure. Sperm cell is elongated in structure, and then it is formed by spermatogenesis process. Spermatogenesis process, because of the spermatogenesis process, sperm cell will be formed. It is formed from primordial germ cells or germ cells. Primordial germ cells are germ cells. And next, these sperm cells lifespan is 72 hours. But viability of sperm cell is 24 hours. Here what is the meaning of viability? What is the meaning of viability here? Fertilizing capability of the sperm cell is generally called as viability. That means these sperm cells have the ability to fertilize the ovum only for 24 hours. Of course, they can survive for 72 hours, but they can fertilize the ovum for, that means that duration, only 24 hours, they have that kind of capability. That capability is also called viability. And next, sperm cells are two types. First one, gymnospermy. Second one, androspermy. Here gymnospermy means sperm cells with X chromosome. Sperm cells with X chromosome is also called gymnospermy. Sperm cells with Y chromosome is also called androspermy. Likewise, different type of general features we can observe within the, that means because of the sperm cell. And what is the structure of sperm cell here? Sperm cell structure generally consists four important parts. Sperm cell consists four parts. One is head region, neck region, middle piece and tail. Sperm cell consists how many parts? Four parts. Head, neck, middle piece and tail. When you observe the head region, there is a cap-like structure at the terminal side. There is a cap-like structure at the terminal side. That cap-like structure is also called acrosome. These acrosomes filled with lytic enzymes. These acrosomes filled with lytic enzymes. And downside of that, the acrosome, there is elongated nucleus is present. Nucleus anterior side is pointed manner and posterior side is wide manner. So here anterior side is pointed manner and posterior side wide manner. Likewise, nucleus, elongated nucleus is present in sperm cell, and this nucleus is filled with two type of material. Nucleus filled with two type of material. One is chromatin, second one protamines. Nucleus consists two type of material. One is chromatin, second one protamines. Here, protamines are helpful to condensation of this chromatin material, so that this chromosome material or chromatin material will be in closed manner. That will be helpful for the future divisions purpose. And next, downside of the nucleus, there is, that means at the wide portion side, there is one dense particle which is also called proximal centriole. This proximal centriole enters into ovum during the fertilization along with the nucleus, which will be helpful in the ovum for further divisions to form the spindle fibers. To form the spindle fibers after fertilization in the ovum, which will be helpful, proximal centriole. These proximal centriole will be enter into ovum along with the nucleus. So proximal centriole helpful to produce spindle fibers. And next, all this portion covered with one thin layer which is also called plasma membrane. This is the structure of adhesion, acrosome, nucleus, proximal centriole, and it is covered with one thin layer which is also called plasma membrane. And this adhesion connects with a short neck region, very small neck region we can observe. And here we can observe another centriole, the basal part of the neck region. They consist another centriole which is also called distal centriole. This distal centriole helpful to form axial filament. Observe here, proximal centriole helpful to produce spindle fibers, that is during the fertilization. Distal centriole helpful to produce axial filament, that is within the sperm cell. So here, these distal centriole helpful to produce axial filament which travels all alongside of the middle piece. neck region is opening to another wide portion which is also called middle piece. This middle piece connects with tail region, and here distal centriole which is present at the basal region of the neck is helping to form one long fiber like or supporting rod like structure which is also called axial filament. This axial filament travels all alongside of the middle piece. That means this portion is called middle piece, and then it travels into tail region. Likewise, distal centriole is helping to produce axial filament. This axial filament is a kind of supporting rod like structure in the sperm cell which travels all alongside of the middle piece, and then it travels in tail region also. That means this portion is called tail. So here head region, neck region, middle piece and tail region. Likewise, 4 parts are present, and in this distal centriole is producing axial filament that is traveling in middle piece and axial tail region. So here when you observe that downside of the neck region there is a wide portion which is also called middle piece. Here in middle piece there is a spirally arranged mitochondria is present. In middle piece there is a spirally arranged mitochondria is present which is also called Nebenken sheath. Nebenken sheath generally consists mitochondria. That mitochondria helpful to produce energy. That energy will be used by the tail region during the swimming movement or lashing movements, which will be helpful to provide motility to the sperm cell. And when you observe this, alongside of this, here all the parts are covered with a thin layer which is also called plasma membrane. Here between the acrosome and nucleus, some amount of cytoplasm is present. Here. So that amount of cytoplasm, that means, and some more amount of cytoplasm forms as a thin layer throughout the head region from the half portion. That means only half portion of the head region is exhibiting this thin layer. Some of the cytoplasm is present near to acrosome, and remaining cytoplasm is forming a thin layer near to plasma membrane. It is present half portion of the head region, neck region and middle piece. Cytoplasm forming as a thin layer in these 3 parts. So here cytoplasm which is present here near acrosome, there is some amount of cytoplasm. This acrosome along with cytoplasm is also called Gallia capitis. Acrosome along with cytoplasm is also called Gallia capitis. And some amount of cytoplasm is forming near plasma membrane as a thin layer. That thin layer of cytoplasm is also called manchette. And after that, where the middle piece is connecting with the tail region, here there is a ring-like structure. There is a ring-like structure is present, and that ring-like structure is also called Jensen's ring or annulus. And then downside of the middle piece, Jensen's ring is present, which is connecting that middle piece with the tail. And then tail is a long flagella-like structure which will be helpful to provide movement to the sperm cell. And middle piece provides the energy to the tail when they are exhibiting swimming movement. And for that purpose, there is a mitochondria which are present in a spirally arranged sheet-like structure which is also called Nebenken sheet. Along with that, they also consist some amount of cytoplasm. And next, when you observe that neck region, here there is distal centriole is present which helpful to produce axial filament. Above side of the distal centriole, there is proximal centriole is present. Here one is proximal centriole, second one is distal centriole. Proximal centriole is helping to produce spindle fibers. Distal centriole is helping to produce axial filament. That means spindle fibers, axial filaments, both are formed by microtubules and microfilaments. But when you observe the spindle fibers, these are formed with 9+0 arrangement. When you observe the spindle fibers, for example, if the spindle fiber is forming like this, 9 radially arranged spokes-like structures, and here they consist 3 microtubules, that means triplet-like arrangement is present here. Likewise, 9 triplets are present, but at the middle side there is no microtubule. This kind of arrangement we can observe in the case of spindle fibers. But axial filament, it is also made by microtubules, but it is formed by 9+2 arrangement. 9+2 arrangement. In this case, for example, if microtubule is present, axial filament is present like this. At the middle side, they consist 2 microtubules, and 9 radially arranged spokes, and at the marginal side they consist 9 pairs of likewise. That means microtubules arrangement is different in axial filament. Here 2 microtubules are present at middle side, but 2 microtubules are absent at the middle side in the case of spindle fibers. So spindle fibers are said to be 9+0 arrangement, axial filament are said to be 9+2 arrangement. But when you observe that number of microtubules present in axial filament is less than spindle fiber, because in spindle fiber they are arranged as a triplet manner. So that 9 into 3, total 27 microtubules are present here. But in the case of axial filament, 9 into 2, total 18 microtubules are present at marginal side and 2 at the middle side. That means total 20. Number of microtubules are actually present in more in spindle fibers, less in axial filament. But when we observe the difference between spindle fiber and axial filament, we will said to be 9 plus 0 arrangement in the case of spindle fiber, 9 plus 2 arrangement in the case of axial filament. And next, when you observe the head region consists elongated nucleus along with acrosomal cap. Acrosomal cap is actually formed from Golgi apparatus and that consists lytic enzymes. That lytic enzymes helpful to produce, breaks the glycoprotein present on ovum so that this nucleus and proximal centriole can easily enter into ovum during the fertilization time. And some amount of cytoplasm near to acrosome along with this acrosome is also called Gallia capitis, and remaining cytoplasm which is forming as a thin layer near to this plasma membrane is also called manchet. That is the structure of sperm cell. And this sperm cell can survive for nearly 72 hours, but the viability is 24 hours. And remaining information like accessory glands we will discuss in our next video.